half a day from Guam. Welcome back. So I got my smart art box. Now I am going to confess that I did not change my clothes. I figured, you know what, these videos are gonna be so far separated, you probably don't remember what I wore last time. But yes, I am recording all these videos on the same day. So yes, I am wearing the same shirt I wore in my last video if you were at all paying attention. So let's take a look and see what I got in the smart art box for January 2018. I'm hoping it's a good one. So let's take a look and see what's inside. All right, now from the looks of this box looks like I had a really rough trip, so I'm hoping nothing was damaged inside. And I did not do the smart thing and cut this off camera, so now I need to find something close to cut this with. So, be a pen. Let's take a look and see if we can get this open with a pen. I probably won't. It looks like it actually got retaped, so I have a feeling there goes the pen, that it actually got, it has been broken into, and I'm thinking it's probably because of inspection. Customs coming here. Okay, and the paper is white, not orange this time. So maybe that's the 2018 color. That is really cool. All right, before I take a look what's inside the box, I'm trying not to peek. Let's see, we are discussing Morgan Davidson. I have no idea who she is. Maybe I should. She's an illustrator. Okay, so we're doing illustrations. And so here is the booklet. Here is the artist that we go over and the style that she works in. And then project pointers for the stuff that's in the box. Their product that they are featuring this month. And it looks like this month it is colored pencils. And then here is a project, the step-by-step project you could do. You don't have to follow their project ideas, and I usually don't. But if you're new to the medium, this really helps so you know what to do. I've never worked with that medium before. So here's the step-by-step project. I will, of course, be doing my own, but that is a cute little bird. Okay, this one is, let's see, Brunizil. Okay, let's see, take a look. Okay, put that right there. Take a look, and those are really, really nice. I'll have to take a look because I've never heard of this brand before, but it is by Karen Dosh and Faber-Castell, so I'm hoping it's really good. It says high quality colored pencils. They're probably new, which is why Smart Art is sending it to us so we can try them out and see if we like them. They've done that before with other products, so I'm really excited to try that. I love colored pencil. And a really cool looking pencil sharpener. I never have enough of those. So that'll be really nice. Let's see, this is a colorless blender, I'm assuming. Yep, blender. So, and then, I've been wanting to buy one of these forever, but I'm too cheap to do it. So I finally got one. This is, I'm not quite sure what this is. I think it is also a blender. No, it's an eraser. I think it's an eraser. And then here is a brush, so you don't blow on your project and spit on it. I've done that before, and that's frustrating. But here's a brush, so you can brush all the erasers pieces off. And then we have this really nice drawing, I want to say sketchbook, but I'm sure it's nicer than just a simple sketchbook. Drawing paper book by Fabriano. So this should be really, really nice because I like the Fabriano paper. So let me make sure we got everything in there. Even custom says that I do. I want to make sure because that seems, yep, we got everything. So this will be exciting. I love excuses to work with colored pencil. I normally don't get to do that very often, but now that I have a project, I can actually do something with colored pencil. So let's take a look and see what I can make with the fun stuff in this box.
And here we go for another creative adventure. So the picture you are looking at on my phone there, that is a picture I took of my own lips, and I will explain that a little more after the video. So what I did is I took this picture and then I sketched it out with the red colored pencil, and then I began filling it in. And I found very quickly that the colors did not lay down as thick as I wanted them to. So I found I had to put a lot of layers on there, and it quickly damaged the paper. I'm sure I was pressing too hard, but even after several layers, I just could not get it dark enough. So that was very disappointing. But I wanted to finish this. So I wasn't going to give up, so I kept going until I got it where I wanted it. So And I found that the red was not dark enough. It was not deep enough, so I had to add a lot of the other colors to get those dark areas dark enough. Even the black was not dark enough. And the white was terrible when it came to highlights. So I just left those areas. Okay, I need to apologize for the what seems like a ghostly laughter in the background. That is actually the microphone that I'm using. I have to use headphones that have a microphone attached to them. Every time I adjust the headphones around my neck, it gives off this kind of a ghostly laughter. So no, my computer is not haunted. You are not haunted. It is just the earphones. So I'm sorry to disappoint those who might have thought it was a ghost. It's not. All right, back to where I was. So I really struggled trying to get the inside of my mouth dark enough. And no matter how many layers I got on, I just could not get it as dark as I wanted. But so after I got it as dark as I could, I moved on to the lips. And I actually had a lot of fun with the lips, even though I could not get it to layer. It's amazing how fascinating lips can be when you're trying to draw them. There's a lot of cracks and crevices and hills and valleys in your lips, and it's a lot of fun. So if you ever want to challenge yourself, draw your lips. You learn a lot about your mouth when you do that. So continuing. And when I realized I could not get the shades that I wanted, I think I used about every pencil in this box except for the yellow one. I think I pulled it out, but I don't think I actually used it. But I even used the greens to see if I could get the red deeper. I apologize. I really need to get a better microphone, and someday soon I plan to. This microphone just keeps cutting out on me. It's just not doing what I wanted to do. Anyway, so continuing on, I jumped into this thinking, oh, lips will be easy, and then come to find out there's a lot of detail in lips. And it took me several days to get the lips the way that I wanted them to, but I was really happy with the end result, considering I was working with pencils that were not up to the standards I was expecting. But it was a lot of fun. I highly recommend, if you're interested in doing color pencil, draw your lips. It's so much. So after I got my first layer, a couple layers of color pencil, that's when I decided I was going to try to use the blender, and was sorely disappointed. These pencils do not blend well with the blender. It's either that or user error, and I don't know how to use a blender. So I just pulled out my lavender brush cleaner that I got a while ago, and it worked a lot better. I was able to smooth it out and get the blending the way that I wanted it, and that really helped add dimension to the lips. Now, as you can see right here, I am adding what's going to be the shadow line on my upper lip. And it was really scary at first because it made him look really, this is one of those ugly stages that you hear about. And I was really nervous at this point. I was hoping I could get the lips dark enough. And so I worked on this area quite a bit to try to get it dark enough so it looked natural instead of look like I had this big old purple streak in the middle of my upper lip. But it worked out okay eventually. So perseverance. Persevere through that ugly stage and it will come out okay. Now this is about the point where I really started to get excited because that three-dimensional look was starting to make an appearance. So it was almost like they were popping off the page. And that was a lot of fun. So once I got the whole lips filled in, I could start working on the finer details. Now, if I remember correctly, I didn't have to sharpen these pencils as often as I have with some of my other pencils. So they're a much harder lead, which is probably why I couldn't get the color saturation that I was expecting. So that was nice. I didn't waste a whole lot of them sharpening them, and they were hard enough that I don't remember breaking any of them either, except for I think I dropped one on the floor. and it broke the tip off. But other than that, they were very sturdy pencils. So in that aspect, they're really nice. There we go with the nice again. And here I am making another attempt with the blender pencil, not getting the effect that I wanted. I kept trying because I wanted to make sure I used all the tools in the box. And as you can see, I pulled out my brush again. I just could not get it to blend with the pencil. So here I am with my brush and my lavender brush cleaner, because that was the only way I could get it to blend smoothly. So after adding some final details, some darker shadows and some highlights, I added a signature, and this is...
Well, hopefully you all enjoyed that. I know I had a lot of fun working on this project. I was actually really excited when I saw the color pencils, but as I worked on them, I was disappointed because they didn't layer as much as I thought they were going to. They are a really nice pencil, but I would use them more for like adult coloring books or something like that. Definitely not for something professional. This right here is probably, I did not get as much layered on this as I wanted to. It looks pretty good considering, but it definitely does not look the way that I wanted to, but I just could not get any more layers on there. So the pencils were disappointing in that, but they were fun to work with. The colors are a little bit off. The red is not as bright or not as dark as the end indicates. It's actually more like a deep orange. So I had to layer greens and browns and purples and blues and everything to get the lips to look the way that I wanted them to. And just so I couldn't find a reference photo for lips that I really liked that was royalty free. So I went and put on some lipstick that I recently just got and hadn't tried out yet, and I put it on my lips and I took a picture. The lips in this right here are actually my own. So just a little fun fact there. I'm actually quite happy with my lips. It's nice to know that I still have, you know, some decent lips to go with. Anyway, the pencil sharpener was really nice. I do like the pencil sharpener. I will be using it for other projects as well. So that was really nice. And this one is by Coom. So I own a few of their pencil sharpeners. I've not been disappointed yet. So that was the Smart Art Box. I tried using the blender a couple times, and I just could not get the effect that I wanted, so I just went with the odorless minerals, not odorless, definitely not odorless. This is a lavender brush cleaner that came with a Smart Art Box I got, I want to say a year and a half ago. It's been a while, and it was in Smart Art Box, and I got this, and the smell is really strong, but I actually really like it, so it was nice to work with. But I used that with a brush, and that tend to give it more of a smooth, more well blended feel than just the blender. This brush and the eraser the idea is great, but it really didn't do a whole lot. I'm sure if I used it with like graphite, it'd be more effective, but definitely not very effective with color pencil. So, and I will definitely be using, I know I'm saying definitely a lot, sorry about that. I will be using this a whole lot more. I really, really like this book. The pages are nice and thick and sturdy, and I could probably get away with doing watercolor or marker or something liquid, and I wouldn't have a problem with it bleeding through. So very, very nice book. I will be using this more often. Well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.